Oh yeah, I definitely hope that we get a proper game for the X antibody Digimon, because Digimon World 4 is still the only game that is dedicated to the X antibody Digimon, and there've been so many more X antibodies since Digimon World 4 that they definitely need to have a game dedicated to X antibodies. Because there are so many of them now, they can easily make a game with just X antibody Digimon. I think you have to become reckless Golemon to Digivolve, and then that's it? Yeah, because I got Bancho Mamemon. Yeah, that's it. Alright, you. What will get you to friendly fastest is this one, Training Attack. I do have money enough to just do this one, just spam the training button. So I will do that and just speed it along. Opportunistic. Sure, have prankster. Why not? You look like a playful dog. Oh. And then just do HP to get friendly. Easy. I have not fought Chronomon yet. I'm doing like the final preparations before fighting Chronomon. So I've not fought him yet. I'm about to do it though. Fortifying charge. Sure. Yeah, he's friendly now. Good. He's done. You, I think you have to become like one of the Valor types, but you have to become more Greymon. And it's only because I want to get the DLC Digimons before I do the actual DLC quest. I know I don't have to. I can just wait for the DLC quest to experience them, but I want to get them. Is the thing. I want to. Because I want to be able to have my own impressions of the models alone. And not just be like, oh, I get my first impression from how they are in the DLC story. And say like, no, this is how the Digimon is. So I can have separate opinion on the one in the story and the one you can use. So I have, separate separate impressions of them. Like that way it doesn't get painted in that sense. Well, Greymon, why are you doing this? Just become one of these, please. I'll have to see, because I've got Parallelmon. I managed to digivolve into him, and then I got all the others from the DLC 1. Like, I haven't digivolved into Swarthy, but I can get Swarthy whenever I want to, because my Swart is ready to digivolve into the DLC 2, I don't know. That one I have to see if I can get that other form of Omnimon or not. Zealous. I think you have to be brave. I think. I'm gonna double check it just before. Like, I might as well just. I'm gonna check it. It's daring. What? It really is a missed opportunity that War Greymon was supposed to be daring. They could have easily had the War Greymon supposed to be brave to digivolve into Omnimon. Because, brave is the closest thing to courage from the anime. Right? Daring, so, um, I think I do speed train that? I think? Yeah, you don't have to beat the DLC story to get Parallel Mom. He's just harder to get because you need a higher agent rank to digivolve into him. Because despite him being mega, you still need to be rank 8 to digivolve into him. So he's treated as mega plus evolution requirement wise without being a mega plus with Parallel Mon. Like that is the thing. Like that is why it's difficult to get Parallel Mon because to get to Agent rank 8 you have to basically be by the end game. I don't know if I want first aid, but do I want strategic order? I think I want strategic order. Okay, he's daring now. Good. So I can get Omnimon. You. All I know is I need to move you upwards, Lilymon. You have to be a Valor type. I know, very unusual. You normally don't want to have a Valor type Lilymon because it's a magic attacker. But it's needed to become Bancho Lilymon. I think it was supposed to be daring, so I think you're done. You're supposed to be reckless. Just spam HP a bunch of times until it says reckless. Like definitely the easiest, you just have to train like HP to get to the personality you need. Why are you not reckless? Be a reckless rock, please. Thank you. Counter. Sure. Yeah, counter. Alright. Let us see here. Golemon. It was daring. Never mind. Yeah, which is a very good thing that you didn't have to do the DLC stories. Like that's how I've been able to have Alter S. Like I've used him for like the majority of the playthrough Alter S. Because the DLC one released while I had this playthrough ongoing, so I could just use Alter S in the playthrough. And I am grateful that they made it that way, because that makes it easier for new players to just get to experience these Digimons without needing to beat the game to do the DLC story. Right, so I was wrong. You were not supposed to be reckless. You were supposed to be a daring. So you're not done. I was correct with this though, that it was supposed to be a daring Lilymon. So let's get Bancho Lilymon. Nice. Now we have a flower waifu that has a more athletic body. Because Rosemon and Lotusmon has more of a supermodel body, while Banjo Lilymon kind of looks like an athlete. I mean, I think she has abs. I can't see from this distance, but I think she's supposed to have abs. So she has like a martial artist body in that sense. Like her arms are a bit too thin, but still she kind of has that body type going on. Right, absolute territory. Magic plant 20 crit rates. Increase damage to machine. Twin petal. Plant physical. 20 crit rate. If target is poisoned, increase damage. And increase damage to humanoid. Alright, so Bancho Lilymon's best friend is Lilithmon. Lilithmon is her best friend, since Lilithmon always inflicts poison. Yeah, seems like a solid team. But you had Pluto Som Zombie Plutomon, Metal Seedramon, Venusmon, Ultimate Brachiomon, Millenniumon, and Clavis Angemon. Oh yeah, I'm also a bit upset that it didn't have Giga Seedramon in this game because there was literally no reason not to include Giga Seedramon because they have every other Seedramon. Giga Seedramon is the only Seedramon type that is missing from Time Stranger, and it's very mean to single out Giga Seedramon because they bothered to get Waru Seedramon into the game and made a new Seedramon in Skull Seedramon, only to go like, nah, they all go to Metal Seedramon. None of them go to Giga Seedramon. One goes, this was a good opportunity to differentiate them between Mega Seedramon, especially Skull Seedramon, because he's just so cool. Like, he deserved better Mega options in that sense. Yeah, the Sovereign should have been in, especially since they were in Survive. Spoilers for those that haven't played Survive. So it's been a few years, so mm, and still it's not that surprising. I'm pretty sure other YouTubers already, spoiled it that the Sovereigns were in Survive. But yeah, the Sovereign should have been in Time Stranger because of, well, the previous producer used to pay homages to the games prior to their latest release in terms of Digimon's included and all that. So even though I know he wasn't in like the final production of Time Stranger, the Sovereign should still been in to continue Habu's legacy to be like, oh, we had the Sovereigns in Survive, therefore the Sovereigns should then be in Time Stranger. They didn't have to bring in the new form for Fanglongmon introduced in Survive, but they could have had the Sovereigns and Fanglongmon absolutely. Yeah, yeah, I agree that they should have had. If they didn't want Moon Millenniumon because it's just a crystal, they should have at least done Z Millenniumon. Like, if they didn't want to do Moon Millenniumon because it's just a crystal. Like, design wise, Moon Millenniumon's like the Kakuna of Pokemon. So, he's like the Kakuna of Digimon in terms of design, Moon Millenniumon. Right, so you have to be a daring rock, not a reckless rock, so you need a little bit more HP training. He has like so much HP that it's all gonna go down the drain because they don't carry over training, this training that you do here. South defense. You know what? It sounds fitting for a bunch of Golemon to just boost his defense based on HP. Now, show me Bancho Golemon. Yeah, it's a cool design, Bancho Golemon. Very cool design. Yoburi Drill sorry, Yoburi Quadrill. Hmm. A guaranteed 20% reduction to defense? That's amazing. And then increased damage to mineral. Kanshaku Dust. It's just an AoE move. But still, he seems very solid, Bancho Golemon. But yeah, I also hope that, or It would be dumb if they didn't make a DLC Wave 2 for Time Stranger, considering of how well it sold in terms of Digimon games. Like, it would be foolish not to have a Wave 2 of the DLC. At least that's how I see it. Since they managed to break like 1 million sales, like within like the first 3 months of the game, I think that they managed within 3 months get 1 million sales, which for Cyber Sleuth took several years to reach those sales numbers. So, the fact that Time Stranger got to 1 million faster than any other Digimon game should show a second DLC wave would be profitable. If not for just, to get more Digimons and to get, a little bit more story for other characters. Right, I got all the Banchos. Yeah, War Greymon is gonna be the lead because he has the most stats. So, there we go. Reckless is what you need to be. I could do that. I could go with Reckless to get this Omnimon form. Especially because Reckless is right next to Daring, so it's not a difficult trait to get. Yeah, I just have to do a little bit of SP. Hopefully just one train? Yeah, just a singular training is what he had to do. I just want to know, do I have any, like... No, I don't have any EXP items. Just want to know. There you are. Now, let us get the new Omnimon form that was added in the DLC. Because of course, we needed more Omnimon. It's not like we got enough Omnimons in the last one, we needed even more Omnimons. But there we go. Omnimon Merciful Mode. And yeah, this is definitely just the model used in Lynx and Rearise, just upscaled. But yeah, it's surprising it took this long for Merciful Mode to be added into a Digimon game. Especially since I think the Try movies were like 2013, 2014? Something along those lines for Try. That is surprising it took this long to get Merciful Mode into a video game. Fearsome Blade. Light attack, strong to dragons. Graceful cannon. Ice attack, strong to fire traits. Pretty basic. Not gonna lie. Wait, is that just straight up the copy? Huh. Hold up. 80 power all, 101 enemy. 110 one enemy. 110 one enemy. So he just has slightly higher base stats than regular Omnimon with Signature to move. But other than that, Merciful Mode is basically just an Omnimon. He just trades fire, fire AoE for single target lights, and then just keeps single target ice. Anywho, final team time. We can keep Jupitermon. We can keep Alphamon, Alter S, Lilithmon, Starmon, Swart. Yeah, I think this is the final team I want. Yeah, let's go with that final team for this playthrough. Although I know Slate Mom was my starter, he was my starter Patamon, and symbolically he should be in the final fight, but the other Digimons are just so much stronger than Gintarismon slash Slatemon. And same with my pseudo starter, Shine Greymon Burst Mode. I could add him. He just suffers from the problem that he needs support. Like he needs someone to cast status barrier on him, just so he doesn't lose stats with using Corona Blaze Sword. But I just noticed he has 5,000 attack, Shine Greymon. Holy heck. Jesus, he does so much damage. Well, he can do so much because he's a Brave, which I think Brave is the one with the ignoring the defense stat of the ancient ones. Gotta double check. Like it was Daring that had it, right? Wait, no. Where is it? Uh, no, it's Brave that ignores, right? It's Brave that ignore, not Daring. That is what Daring does. They have reduces physical damage by an additional 10%. Alright, so I should make him brave, is all I read from this. I should make him brave. So let's see here. Part 6 of Try was in 2018. Yeah, then I can see why it took so long for Merciful Mode to be added to a game. The Complete Edition is just a port of the Japanese version of Hacker's Memory. And then Next Order is also just a port with some quality of life changes. So yeah, this truly was like the only game Merciful Mode could have been added to. Yeah, I can have a full team of Omnimon, but I'll wait till DLC Wave 3 before I do that meme team with the all Omnimon. Like, oops, it's all Omnimon. Okay, so I need to make Shine Greymon brave if I want him to really, really pack a punch. And what is the wisdom equivalent? Astute. She's strategic. So if I want Lilithmon to do even more damage, I need to change her from strategic to astute. You are daring. So Alphamon does pack a punch because he's daring. No, no, right, no, he doesn't because he's brave. I keep forgetting, it's brave, so he doesn't pack a punch yet, Alphamon. Would be funny if they had the Chibi Omnimon added in into Wave 2. You're just friendly. You are brave. Ah, he's the one that packs a punch. Sword, Alter S because he is brave. And you are daring. Honestly, I don't know if it would be beneficial for BL Starmer to be astute or daring. Sorry, astute or brave, because she has both. She has both a magic attack and a physical attack. But I guess Fly Bullet is the one you want to use? And it's a magic attack, so maybe Astute is better for Bielstar? It's she's she's a tricky one, is all I can say. She's a tricky one with what is the ideal personality for her. And you are reckless. That's fine. Right, I have at least Alter S to pack a punch, so I'm just. Alright, final thing I'm gonna check. Skill. You're the one that need to upgrade your skills, Bielstar Mon. Comet Hammer 3. Do I have Shock Plasma 3? I do. And then I have Frozen Bullet. You know, you don't need Magic Field anymore. Hmm. Character Reversal? Or. Well, You're not very bulky Bielstar Mons. I could do these. I think I go with Safety Guard instead. Leave the in-between. I am now ready to face off against Dronomon. Let's just save the game as usual. This is save the game. Alright, let's do it. How long time was it just prepping? For about an hour and a half I was just prepping and getting resolutions. That's pretty insane. Sorry about that, I guess. If someone doesn't stop Chronomon right now, the bitter Rex will continue to drive the world into chaos. Only I, who wields the same power, can stop him. I don't know what will happen to this world after defeating the being that governs time. But I'm sure I can't escape this fate. There's no turning back from here. Are you ready? Why were you talking to us with your back turned, Adriamon? You should have looked at us the entire time you were talking, not just the very last sentence. Yeah, let's head out on our final mission. While I was repeatedly traveling through time after becoming the Dark Shadow, I wished that I had never been born. I even tried to destroy the egg before I could be born. But you remember? You were the one who stopped me. I felt like you were telling me to not give up. You were a hero to me too. Now let's settle everything with our own hands. Me and you, the other me. While Inori would just be in the sidelines, as she always is.
Please, everyone,
Lend me your
lend me your
strength
strength
to move
to
forward
move
into the
forward into the
future.
future.
I hope I don't have a Pokemon, so this fight will be lengthy, because you can make the fight a lot easier if you just have uh, a Pokemon, but I didn't want to use a Pokemon. I might use it in my Mega Plus one though. That will happen in the future.
My turn!
Of course, Baptismon jumped in like with a backflip. It is nice that Glutamon is part of this, because he's not officially a member of the Olympus 12. So it is nice that he's here, Glutamon. Is there as much we just be there chilling, I guess? Alright, Chronomon.
Come on, come on.
That is used with that machine.